I think many people face the same problem and ask the same question as I do. What can be effectively grown in a shady area in your garden? For example, I have about 40 square meters of garden land shaded by the forest. I began to experiment what kind of garden plants or food can be grown in conditions of only 3 to 4 hours of scattered afternoon sun. Or should I just fill this entire area with hellebores or lady slipper orchids? Please continue watching for a short overview of my experimental work. Raspberry is the #1 berry crop. With abundant watering, the result is 5 stars. Outdoors or in a container, you can watch the whole video on our channel. The link will be below. Black currant is pretty good, but I think it would be better in an area with a lot of sun. 5 stars I would give to gooseberries. Always a great harvest with them. Of the greenery, I would put sorrel in the first place. No problem, just a bunch of leaves, side shoots, my own seeds, and besides, it is a perennial. Parsley tolerates shading just as well as coriander. It grew slowly at first, but in June, it grew pretty fast and bloomed very well and gave me lots of seeds for the coming years. 5 stars. Basil is only 4 stars. I think it would be better off in the sun. Dill, only 3 stars. It turned out to be frail, and at the same time, the work did not remain without a reward. I even collected my own seeds. Of course, the #1 vegetable crop is green beans. They are ready to eat in 45 days. They're an excellent result, and you can plant it twice during the growing season. Honestly, the beets surprised me. All summer, I thinned the thick tops for borscht and salads and stuff, and by autumn, the thinned beets produced not very large, but very sweet beets. Everything came in handy, the crops and the tops of the crops. Spinach of different varieties worked 5 stars. I planted them separate bushes throughout the entire area of the garden and collected them for salad from August to October. Capsicum pepper was weak at first, but it slowly gained strength, and although it bloomed well, pests ate my peppers heavily. I didn't use any pesticides, but by September, it had perked up surprisingly and produced a lot of medium-sized sweet peppers. For the next year, I will try hot pepper varieties, and I think that they will grow with the same result. An excellent result was given by mustard. Produced many juicy, healthy leaves where there were a lot of vitamins, and I also managed to collect my own seeds. I will definitely be planting them next year. Radish only gave me 3 stars. Radishes turned out to be small and only at the beginning of spring, where there are still no leaves on the trees. Later, only flower shoots appeared, but if you need some seeds, planting radish in the shade will actually be a pretty good idea. It is surprising that sun-loving tomatoes can also bear fruit in shady places. Tomatoes, they grew thick, bushy, and tall, but they bloom and bear fruit no worse. They just do not have enough sun to ripen on in time, which is not a problem if you know how to cook. On the channel, we have a delicious recipe for pickled spicy green tomatoes. The link is below. I hope you found this video helpful. Leave any comments or questions below, and don't forget to subscribe.